How does Isha work on savings and investments?
For me, I have been, I was very fortunate. I had a lot of support, from my father who was, in the similar industry and who has got a lot of understanding about the markets. So we've always ensured that we have a systematic investment plan, right? There is a portion of amount that is invested in mutual funds and, in the stock markets. Is a certain portion of funds that are invested in real estate as well. Now, what I tell a lot of people, and a lot of people have conflicting views about this, is whether do you invest in real estate or not. Especially when you're living in UAE, you are going to be paying rent, So it doesn't matter if it's a 1-bedroom or it's a studio, but invest in an apartment, whether you live in it or you lease it out. Still, the first thing is, because a lot of people, my friends, even in my network, they're still trying to make the initial down payment money. And the down payment money is going further and further away with the property prices rising. So whatever money you have, whatever budget you have take that and invest. The minute the market is going up, right? So that when you sell it, you're going to have enough money to buy the next property. So rather than waiting that, okay, I don't like this house, this is not something, every youngster should start thinking of immediately making an investment in real estate. Start with having at least a studio apartment as an investment, or as even if they are staying in it, right? So you kind of mitigate the entire risk of paying the rent or getting a lease or rental out of it. So the most important thing is, when you are living from when you start earning, have a plan that, okay, we are going to be saving this much portion of in real estate, this much amount is going to be in SRPs, and the remaining is going to be for your daily expenses. So that portfolio kind of creation is something very important.
So if I'm understanding you right, portfolio creation in order to invest into real estate is you slowly build up wealth in the market, and then if you can, then you invest in real estate as well.
So in UAE, when you are investing in real estate, you need to have a 20% down payment, plus DLD fees. And so roughly it calculates to around 27% is what you need to have a down payment. Now, a lot of my network, a lot of people, my acquaintance, have been always trying to collect the down payment.
Okay.
But the problem is, so for example, if you've got 100,000, they like a property worth 1 million. So the down payment roughly is 270,000. So they said, okay, we will save for another 1.5 years and then we're going to get the property. But that property now from 1 million has already become 1.5 million. So you see the down payment keeps on going further away. So when you have 150,000, you need to take that amount and buy at least a studio and not wait for your dream property. Right. Be smart in investing, right? So for me also, when we started off, it is so important that you start off with whatever you have. You need to understand, as the market grows, your valuation or the investment will also grow. So it's not going to get further away, right? Because you are going to be capitalizing on the growth of the market as well. So for example, you bought a 500,000 property by paying 100,000, 150,000 as a down payment. Now that property might have been, in 2 years will become 800,000 or 900,000 with the current kind of growth rate that we are seeing. So when you want to buy a bigger property, the growth will